What's up, family?
What up, Mike?
I got three things for you. Now, Rick, I got a trivia question for you.
Yeah.
What is the worst city in America for black people to live in?
The worst city in America for black people to live in?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of the most racist one.
It's Pittsburgh. I know you weren't going to say
really?
it, so it's Pittsburgh.
And why is that, Jeff?
So just if it was yesterday or the day before, a 96-page study that was done by the University of Pittsburgh came out, and they said Pittsburgh has, reported by The Root, has a high maternal mortality rate for black women and high rate of homicide for black men. The black adult mortality rates are higher in Pittsburgh than in 98% of similar cities.
Wait a minute, the what rate?
The mortality rate.
Wow. The
mortality rate. They have the lowest college admission test scores and the highest rate of police referrals for all students compared to other cities. The report states that police referrals are disproportionately affecting Pittsburgh's black children in the schools. And black women and children are more likely to live in poverty in Pittsburgh than any other comparable city. So one of the sisters that was assistant professor of sociology, Junia Howell, she literally said what this means is that black residents got up today and left and moved to the majority of any other city in America, automatically just by moving, their life expectancy would go up. Their income would go up. Their educational opportunities for their children would go up, as well as their employment. And any of us, I grew up in Cleveland, man, so any of us that have lived in the Midwest know, even with some of the tech advances that Pittsburgh has had, they got a whole lot of work to do. And so check out that study if you can. There's an article at theroot.com. I recommend you check it out, because some of the things that are there are not unique to Pittsburgh, but all of them together make Pittsburgh crazy. Speaking of crazy, a whole lot of you all saw the video of this little boy getting beat up in the locker room at Blake Academy in Lakeland, Florida. It happened on September 10th, and Rick, even now, they still have yet to make a decision on how to penalize the teacher who was in the locker room and did nothing.
Right.
So there was a teacher whose office is in the locker room. It is said that they could hear it, that they could potentially see it, and they didn't intervene at all. But what got me, Rick, is that I sat up here and watched this video of what they did to this 12-year-old little boy, and one of the kids only got 10 days suspension. And I just don't understand, when you are sitting on top of a kid, holding him down, punching him in the face, how that's not aggravated assault.
Absolutely.
And they said he got charged with simple assault. And so there's a whole lot here. I'm thankful that the mother, and they haven't announced the little boy's name, thank God.
Can the mother sue the little boy's parents?
I think the mother is going to do everything she can legally. I mean, she seems to be all over this. She's not happy about how the school handled it. She's not happy with how the police have handled it. She's clearly not happy with this teacher that was there. So I'm guessing that she is all over seeking legal counsel to hold as many people as responsible for what was ridiculous that happened to her little boy in that school. So we'll see what happens, and we'll keep reporting on it. The last thing, Rick, and I wasn't sure if I talk about this or not, but I am still kind of processing Sunday service and Kanye at New Birth on Sunday.
Right.
And I went to one of the early Sunday services out in Calabasas, and it was just all music. Kanye didn't talk at all. And in this one, not only did he talk, but Rick, you understand this. He literally said, everything is possible through Christ. And he said, let's be specific. He said, because the road to hell is paved with people saying, I'm just a good person. And that was the first time that I had heard at any of the Sunday services him kind of dive into word
Right.
and Christian faith proclamation. And he talked about how finding Christ made him a better father, a better husband, helped him find peace of mind. And so I know there's a whole lot of critique just because of his past actions and some of the things that he's done. But for those of us of faith, we just recognize that there is never a time when God can't make a difference in your life.
Absolutely.
I think the question for us is, are we going to judge him as fans of culture, or are we going to judge him as people of faith? And my hope is we got all the right in the world to judge him as fans of culture because he's putting out music and he's doing things in the public eye. But I hope people of faith are more prayerful than they are judgmental, because all of us have been in a place where we acted a damn fool, and in some way, shape, or form found something that put us on the right path. So I hope that's where he is. But I was really taken aback, Rick, because the stuff that I heard on Sunday was not anything I had seen in Sunday service previously. So I'm praying for him as he's on this evolution, and I hope that it's not only genuine, but I hope that 125 people accepted Christ on Sunday at Newburgh.
And that's the bottom line. People,
right?
turning their life around and giving their life to God. That's the bottom line.
So I hope that all of us will, even those of us that are haters, but are believers, are more believers than we are haters, and will be in prayer more than we are in judgment. Right. Those are three things I got for you, Rick.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Two huge things I need you to talk about Tuesday when you come back.
Okay.
These nuts.
Got him.
I didn't know you had Gary's in your hand.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.